Hi everyone and welcome back. If you are new here then hello, my name is Zoe and this is my YouTube channel. Today we are embracing all the fall and autumn vibes and I'm doing a toasty makeup look today. The toasty makeup looks have been on my Pinterest for so long now and I have to recreate a look like this. It's quite matte and sultry on the eyes but still like a bronzy skin. It's just stunning and I have to do a makeup look like this. So that's what we're doing today. I'm kind of just winging it and picking little bits from different makeup looks that I've saved to my Pinterest. So I'll leave here what it's going to look like because I have no idea yet, but let's just get straight into it. So brows and skincare I have actually done already. I've done quite a fluffy brow and we're going to start with the eyes today. I kind of feel like I don't know what I'm doing because it's been so long since I've actually sat down and done just a makeup tutorial, I think, because we've been doing lots of tips and tricks and reviews instead. So this I'm really looking forward to. Fall and autumn makeup is just my kind of vibes, just the colours, and I really like this makeup look in particular because it just looks really effective, but it does also look like it's going to be quite easy to achieve, and I like sharing makeup that I know everyone can recreate at home, so I'm hoping this is one of them looks today. So for eyes I'm using the Revolution the True Icon palette and I've got a selection of these palettes and they're absolutely stunning. This one in particular is my go-to because the colours in here, I just absolutely love these type of colours and I thought this would go perfect for this makeup look today. So I'm just going to start with a little bit of this one. I don't think they've got names, but it's just like a transition colour. We've all got a transition colour. You could even use your bronzer if you wanted to. Sweep it through my crease. I think I am going to do a little bit of a winged out look today, but quite kind of messy and lived in the eyes are in this particular look. It's very sort of sultry, smoky. I'm also just going to take a tiny bit of my bronzer that I'm going to use later. This is the Revolution bronzer and it is my absolute favourite bronzer ever. I like quite a warm tone bronzer and I want this makeup look still to be a little bit more on the warm side. So again, I haven't done my foundation, so blend it out as far as you want. You can always tidy that up later if we need to. And then I'm actually going to take this deepest one here and I'm going to apply this all over my eyelid because I do want this to be quite smoky. I need a brush. My makeup brushes are so dirty. I really need to clean them and I'm just finding it hard to actually find one that's clean enough to kind of use today. So this one right here, I'm gonna use it on a flat brush, pack it all on. Don't worry too much about the edges for the time being, but just blend it up into that transition shade. Just little wiggle motions. Just press it on and then you can go back in with your blending brush, which I will do in a second. This one, and just blend it all out. I think smoky eyes always look the hardest to create, but actually they can be the easiest because it's not as many different eyeshadows as you think, really. Okay, that's literally pretty much it for eyeshadow. I'm also going to smoke out my lash line a little bit. I am going to do a gel liner, but I do want to use a little bit of this because I want to use it in my top waterline as well. I need a smudger brush. I'm so unprepared for this video today. I've got like nothing out ready. This is just a pencil from Barry M. I'm just going to smudge this along my lash line. Again, you don't have to be neat at all. I am going to go over this anyway, so just kind of press it on and then I've got a little smudger brush here to just smudge it out. And I like doing this because you can get right into the root of your lashes and it just makes everything just look that a little bit extra kind of smoky. Now I don't know if I'm actually going to do a wing or not. I was going to. I'm trying to get right into my very inner corner because I want to kind of line like the whole of my waterline today. Usually I kind of keep it just smoky around the outer corners, but today I want to go all the way. I really struggle in my tear duct area, so I'm going to try and get in there as much as I can. I'm going to line my top waterline now just so it's done. Okay, I'm undecided whether to do a wing or not, so I'm just using a little bit of that darker eyeshadow and I'm bringing it out a little bit further because I think that when I sharpen this up, this is going to be enough, but I might add a wing later. I can't decide. I do love a wing and I usually do wear a wing, but so I'm going to kind of finish everything else and then I think decide on a wing later. So let's just do a bit of mascara and add a lash and then we can do the base. That eye makeup was so easy, but it's also really effective as well. I just love makeup looks like this. Again, trying to get right into the root of my lashes. For lash, I'm going to do a magnetic lash today. I haven't worn these for ages. These are from Velour and they are in the style Stick It To Me. And they're just very nice and fluffy. I thought these might go nice today. So with this, you do have like a liquid liner and it is in black. So I'm only going to do the thinnest of lines. This liner for the magnetic lashes is actually quite good. You don't have to do a super thick line to make the lashes stick. So I am going to get right into the lash line just so they sit really nice and close to my natural lash. And then now I should just be able to take off my lash and just place it on. How easy was that? Okay, so I'm going to leave my eyes there for now and we're just going to move straight on to base. I don't think I'm going to wing it out. I think I'm just going to smoke out underneath and I think that'll be enough. Because I don't want it too like precise and sharp. We'll leave it like this for now and see how we get on. So for foundation, I'm going to use the L'Oreal Pro Glow today because I haven't used this for ages. I like that it's more of a medium coverage. It's one of my all-time favourites. I use this or the Sculpted by Amy as my everyday foundation. And this look is also a little bit more bronzy as well, so I have put a little bit of tan on. So first layer with a brush, and then I'm just going to press on a little bit more just with my sponge just to press it all in, make sure that we're all blended. If there is any makeup looks in particular that you want me to create, then please let me know. I have been focusing more on like reviews and stuff like that because I love watching reviews and hauls and tips and tricks and all that jazz, but sometimes it's nice to just sit and do your makeup. This is what I find therapeutic. I just love sitting when I've got time and just doing my makeup. I just love it. So I never get to really do my own because I'm always doing everybody else's, which I absolutely love. And then for concealer, I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape, which is, again, my all-time favourite. This is more of an expensive concealer, but this lasts me so long. I even use this in my kit on clients as well, and it lasts me so long. It's definitely worth the money in my opinion. I do really like a full coverage under eye as well, so if it looks a little bit scary at the moment, then just trust the process. Okay, let's do cream bronzer and blush so we don't look too crazy for too long. Now I am going to go in with my cream bronzer today because this look is definitely, it's still quite tan on the skin, which I like. It's very warm toned and I love warm tones. I think they just suit me a little bit better because of my hair colour, so I'm going to really bronze up my skin as well. Just give this buffing. That was, I'm not even telling you what I'm using. This is the Primark contour in the shade Chai, which again is one of my all-time favourites. I'm loving Primark makeup at the moment and beauty. Definitely looking a little bit more toasty now, which is what we want. And then for cream blush, I'm going to use this eyeshadow base from P. Louise because I don't have a liquid blush that's more sort of warm, peachy toned, and I thought this one might go quite nice. This one is Pretentious Peach. I'm only going to use a little bit because they are quite pigmented, literally just the smallest dot. And I just wanted something a bit more peachy to go with the tones. This is perfect. But yeah, I have been adding to my liquid and cream blushes. I never used to be a blush girl, but now I just love blush. Okie dokie, let's set this in place. I'm going to first use a pressed powder. I'm using the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder in Translucent. Just going to use a little bit of this just to set my under eye. I am absolutely in love with this makeup. This is going to be my go-to autumn, fall, whatever you call it, makeup look this year. Plus this powder is so flawless, I absolutely love it. Usually I use the peach one, but I haven't got that with me. I don't know where that is. So this one's just the translucent one. I'm going to go over with a tiny bit of the Trigwell setting powder. I did a review on this not long ago, and it's a really, really pretty powder. This is in the shade 1. So I'm just going to use this to set a bit stronger and brighten slightly. And then just press it to my under eye. I love a really flawless under eye because I get a lot of pores at the moment just there. And I feel like if I really push powder in, it kind of disguises them a bit. Bronzer, I'm using my Makeup Revolution powder. Yes, this is what it looks like because I use the lid as my palette, and then it's also broken as well. But I just absolutely love this bronzer. And it also lasts for ages. So I'm just going to press this just into the back of my cream bronzer. And then for blush, the closest that I could find, which I think would go today, that I've got is the KVD Beauty one in Poppy. This is like more of a peachy tone rather than pink, so I'm only going to use a really small amount of this because I like how it looks at the moment. Just thought this might add a little bit of colour back into my cheeks and enhance the bronzer almost a little bit. That looks really pretty. Okay, base is pretty much complete. We're going to go along the under eye again with that brown pencil. So I'm going to do the waterline. Always struggle with this with one hand. I'm going to try and get right into my tear duct as well. Okay, then underneath I'm just taking that bronzer and just running that all the way underneath, which it creates a nice contrast because your waterline is super dark and smoky. And then just a bit of bronzer underneath. I feel like this makes the eyeliner pop. And don't be afraid to blend this down further than you think, because the further you blend it down, the more smokier it's going to look. So I try to blend mine down like underneath my eye creases because I do have lines under there and this kind of disguises them as well. Let's do a lip before we check this over. So I'm going to do Bite Me from Morphe, and I do like to overline my lips as well. Okay, then over the top, well in the centre, I've got the lip latex from Rimmel, and this is in the shade Honey Bun, which I thought would be nice because it's a bit more of a warmer peachy shade, and it's going to stay lighter in the centre. I'm just going to do a small amount, but like blend it into the liner. Oh, okay guys, this is my take on a Toasty makeup look. This isn't going to be the only version of this look you see on my YouTube channel because I absolutely love this type of makeup. So this is just the first one to kick off the autumn makeup look, so I really hope you did enjoy it. Let me know if you did down in the comments. Please give it a big thumbs up as well. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you next week in my next one. Bye!